to Cup of CelebriTEA.
Hello, everyone.
So it's a busy time in pop culture.
Why does the past weekend felt like a very long weekend for me in the world of celebrity news? What's on your mind, girl?
Well, I think this is the hottest topic right now, and it's Astroworld.
And the irony is, what I'm about to say is Travis Scott is not doing so hot right now.
Yeah. Okay, such a sad event. Lost lives, including a 14-year-old boy. It's just so sad. There's no words to express like that kind of loss that people are dealing with and how traumatizing that event was. Now let's talk about the drama associated with that. And that is, who was at fault here? A lot of the blame going to Travis, a lot of the blame going to, his fans. I guess that is what's up for debate right now as we're speaking right now.
Yes, I don't know why, but I'm just being facetious. Of course I know why. There's some diehard fans out there, and there's some people who lack compassion, empathy, who are like saying it's not his fault, and there's so many perspectives going on. And I think as time passes and more things come out, and as the authorities begin their investigation, I do believe myself personally that Travis Scott is at blame here because, and I have gone to a Travis Scott concert before. It was indoors, but here's the thing: this guy has done multiple shows, many festivals. This is not his very first Astroworld, and as not just an artist but also an entrepreneur, a businessman, like these festivals bring in a lot of money. So you would think that he would have a business mindset and do like the pros and cons after each show or after each tour. Like, okay, let's get more of this, let's have less of this, let's give people more space. But Travis Scott, I would not say he is the most I want to say
Conscious.
yeah, he does not seem conscious of that kind of stuff. And we have events like EDC and Coachella where they have even more attendees and not as much like casualties. I know there are things that happen at EDC and other raves too, but I think the brand of Travis Scott, and I know in previous podcasts I've said like, yeah, he's very creative, but if you look at his videos, it's very in the realm of drug users. And Travis Scott's brand is like raging, but also like I feel like when people go there, they for sure are going to do drugs as part of the experience because he has all these light shows and yada, yada, yada. And part of me feels like that guy, Travis Scott, was probably on drugs while performing.
Oh
So
yeah.
he's also not coherent fully 100%. And it was just a disaster. I feel like it's so preventable. And we just see more videos come out that just counteract to what he's saying. How do you feel? What are your thoughts?
I've not been to a concert of his or showing, whatever, but I've seen his documentary. And from what I've seen from that, I think it was the culture he creates with his fans. Like as you mentioned, like it's you probably drug users who are part of those shows. Not all of them, but definitely a few who don't help the environment, especially with the situation that just happened. And I think it's the environment he creates because I've had some people say like, "Oh my God, like I'm never going to Coachella again or ever." But I'm like, no, like I've been to Coachella and there were times where I would literally sit on the floor in the middle of a crowd, but I would have random people actually check up on me like, "Hey, are you doing okay?" Like it's the environment you create, and it's that whole like like let's rage and no one can stop us. If anyone tries to stop us, like punch him, knock him down. Like I don't know. Like that's kind of the vibe I get from him. It's just like do whatever you can to rage and just like crazy environment, chaotic. I think chaotic when I think about his concerts, his shows, and it's the culture that he creates. And he could easily have just stopped or have someone on his team needs to like be accountable for him. Like sure he's the face, but if his reputation is ruined, then that ruins your career as well. So his people need to keep him in check. And I mean, if Travis is not in the right mindset to like stop a show when multiple people are passing out, then his team needs to step up and do something about it. It's just, yes, 100% was preventable. Like someone just needed to take a stand if Travis wasn't going to do it.
And I know there's a lot of like statements coming out, theories flowing around, and people's opinions and perspectives and stuff. I think I definitely want to state that multiple things can be true at once. Like Kylie can be lying at the same time that Travis didn't really know what was fully going on because perhaps he was intoxicated and under influence, and also he can be also at blame for not being more better prepared, and also the fact that he was deleting tweets about letting in the wild ones in because not everyone could get into the concert, and then you just see the video of people just flooding in, and I noticed like there's already people getting trampled over because everyone's like bum rushing to get in, and it's just so this is just so sad. And I am so glad that I think one of the performers, Roddy Ricch, he's donating his net earnings to the families. And it's just so devastating because as a parent, you don't want to bury your own child. There's a 14-year-old, there's a 16-year-old, and all the other people are relatively young. So and there's so many people saying they're no longer going to be a fan of him and they're just so disappointed. And also, a lot of the people who were there were stating how it just felt evil because there was a lack of compassion and empathy and awareness from Travis Scott and also like just the staff, like the medics not knowing how to do CPR. Like,
Wait, really? I did not hear that.
yeah, there was a well, okay, take it with a grain of salt, but someone said they were at the show and they are a medic, and then one of the concert goers like needed CPR and needed medical attention, and then the medic themselves was like, "Does anyone know how to do CPR?" Like, who are you hiring? Like, it's so disappointing because it's like obviously he doesn't have the best team. Like, where are like are we doing like medical checks? Like, are we verifying that these people have
Hiring
CPR
actors.
certification?
Yeah, like are these people standing in for these positions? And like I heard that like a bunch of security quit date like during the show. That is just it like blows my mind, this whole thing that I mean, it was just a chaotic storm. And of course, I mean something I hope something is done to fix this because as when I saw that video of like the people rushing in, I was like, okay, this is not the first time. I've definitely seen other events where people do that. I don't know. It's just chaotic storm. But yeah, I heard that they're gonna refund, of course, all the attendees, and he canceled his appearance for Day in Vegas. But I
Mm-hmm.
mean, what do you mean cancel? Like, I'm pretty sure like they wouldn't want you to come up here anyway.
Yeah, they do not want to associate with him. And I think is there's one great side of this is that a lot of people are becoming very aware of just the drastic difference of where you stand because these celebrities live in a bubble, and as much as we talk about them and we are interested in them, it kind of really gives you the opportunity to really think about where do I want to spend my money? Like, do I really want to spend my money and go to Astroworld when he does it again, maybe next year if he ever decides to do another show? Like, do the fans even want to buy his music anymore? Like, it makes you really want to think, and I think that's a great place to be at because before I think people were like, oh, like who cares, whatever, it's just a concert, like it's these things are gonna happen. Like, no, like there's so much power in being like a fan and there's power in numbers.
What it like? I mean, there's definitely have to be like a PR cleanup in order for him to like start performing again. What do you think would be the thing to do though?
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna ask you that too because in case you guys did not know, me and Melissa were both communication majors in college. So if I was on his PR team, I would contact the families of those that we
Mhm.
lost, issue an official apology because his Twitter screenshot or whatever it was, it didn't even say I am devastated or like I'm so sorry or whatever. He was just like saying I'm working with the police, I'm cooperating with the authorities. Like it just didn't seem like he was aware what's really going on, and his Instagram story was just terrible. Like I feel like when YouTubers do apologies, they don't even put on makeup, they don't do anything, but Travis Scott had to put on a filter on himself.
And it was just so awkward too. Like he's looking down and like keeps touching his head. I'm like, what's going on? I don't know. Like, who is helping you with this apology video? It was just very, yeah. It just doesn't seem like he completely grasps exactly the situation completely. I think he would have to reach out to these families and pay for these services that they're gonna have to hold for their family members because of his show. Yeah, I think just a better apology as well. Where I wonder if there's a trainer for these kind of videos.
Oh,
There
of
has
course
to
there's
be,
a
right?
media trainer. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
The online video apology. Like so many have done it already, and oh my god, like yeah, they he needs a trainer for that.
Yeah, I think sure if he does an online video apology, sure. I don't even know if it would help. First of all, I know he would block the comments. As a publicist, like, do you really want the comments to go crazy? No. I think action speaks more than words, and I know money would definitely help the families. I feel like that's going to be expected of him. And also, I read that he is also like trying to partner with BetterHelp so that people who went to the concert can get like like mental health guidance for like anything that they saw or experienced during the concert that may have been traumatic.
Yeah. Is he pulling in Ariana?
Yeah, the thing with BetterHelp, I guess it's that the company itself doesn't treat the therapists and the counselors good. So it's kind of like, I don't know, like, would you really want to get counseling from a therapist that kind of hates their job, I guess, or hate their employer? What, it's only been a couple of days. Like, I think some of the parents are probably still in shock and extremely devastated, extremely angry, very valid. And I would not be shocked if if a parent like came out and spoke against Travis Scott or something. Eventually, I think once you have time to grieve and you really like focus, it's like lawsuits are coming. Lawsuits are coming. I think I have to retire my Sicko Mode CD because I used to love that song, but now I'm just like,
I know, we're taking a break from Travis Scott music right now.
yeah. Actually, I did burn that CD, so technically he's not getting any money from me. Speaking of CDs, I just got a notification that my Taylor Swift CD is on its way.
I was telling my boyfriend, I'm like, oh, we have a lot to do this weekend. And he's like, what? I'm like, Taylor Swift's album is re-releasing, so we're gonna be listening to it all weekend. And he's like, oh my god. I'm like, I'm gonna be blasting that.
I was just watching her 1989 documentary, and I'm like, why couldn't we go? Oh yeah, we're broke college students. That's why.
Yeah.
I'm like, if I could have gone to Coachella, I could have gone to Taylor Swift, but you know what? I don't think we were in that state of mind of Taylor Swift just yet.
Okay, I'm not a festival person at all, but if she were at a festival, I would go.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I'm no longer a festival person myself, but Frank Ocean is going to be at Coachella 2023. So I think by then I will have the energy to be around college students again.
What do you have?
Well, our amazing friend Chimanda sent me it's called the Pour/Drink Champs. I guess it's like a podcast by P. Diddy. But anyway, Kanye West was on there for 2 hours and I think 24 minutes. And I listened to the whole thing.
I know. I saw how long it was, and I was like, "Girl, I don't have time right now."
And then I went to back to 2018 where Kanye did an interview with Charlamagne the God, and that was an hour and 45 minutes. And I was like, dude, do the math. That is like 5 hours of Kanye yapping. I was like, I am yayed out. I'm done. Like, I've consumed so
Pretty
much of him.
sure. Thank you for your time and your dedication.
It wasn't bad though. I mean, I think I started them a little bit late in the evening, so I was really tired. But when I like Kanye when he's calm, when he's being his own philosopher. Like sometimes if you didn't know him and you just listened to what he said, you would like him a lot. But the thing with Kanye is that you have to fact check him because he's like, I'm not getting a divorce. And I just like,
Okay, that I was wondering because I saw a clip on TikTok of him saying like I haven't seen the divorce papers, and I'm like I think this is the video that Lynn is gonna reference.
he's like, yeah, my kids want us to be together, but did you not date Irina Shayk? And you guys prancing around in France. Like I cannot with him. And but I feel like I do want to interview him. I feel like he's very interesting. Of course, he's very into himself. He definitely has an ego, and there was a lot that I learned from this 2-hour interview with him. And
What are the highlights?
okay, so so one of the, I guess it was not like, it was kind of like a mini game where the interviewers asked him blah blah versus blah blah. And then one of them, I think it was Big Sean and someone else, but he's like, on my gravestone, I want you to put, I regret signing Big Sean. like I guess he's no longer cool with Big Sean. He's no longer friends with John Legend. He says P. Diddy is his twin. And throughout the whole interview, he's like, I love Drake. I love Drake. And I feel like Kanye, I don't know if he's ever realized this, but he's really privileged. And I feel like he knows it, but at the same time, he wants to disregard it. Anyways, I liked one of his quotes. He said, life is not about possessions, it's about relationships. And he says this because like he's built a lot of relationships with like designers, artists, other musicians and blah blah blah. And he said when he was in Paris, like the head of Balenciaga like let him stay with him and also gave him like underwear. So I guess it's just little things like that.
That quote, I could see that for him. He's not the type of person to be like, I got these cars, look at this bling that I got, like you see like other artists do. Like he definitely seems more of into his relationships and he is who he hangs out with kind of person. So I do believe that to be very him.
Oh my god, I'm so happy you said the he is who he hangs out with because he said that his peers are Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, and Jack Ma.
Yeah.
I'm like, did we ever see you hang out with them? But I mean, we don't know. You never know who hangs out with who these days.
Says with like a great assault.
Yes. So he also says that Travis Scott is a mix of him, Kanye, Kid Cudi, and ASAP Rocky all together. And I'm like, you just have to put yourself in everything, don't you? But compared to the antics that we have seen him and the ways that he's been displayed by the media, in this interview, he was rather calm, collected. Like, Kanye is charismatic and he's also really funny too. So this interview was very enjoyable, but I do think that the
Funny,
one was,
really.
yeah, no,
Like
I
intense
liked it.
funny or like just natural like I don't even know. Just
He was like talking shit funny. Like he'll just like talk shit about other people, but it's funny. I don't know. You just have to like watch it. But the one with Charlemagne the God, I like that one a little bit better. That one I think I watched like 3 times because Kanye's even more calmer, and he's very self-aware, and he's very reflective too. So he thinks about things that he has done and he reflects on it, but then a lot of the things that he's done, he doesn't regret it and he still stands by it. But I don't know. I think I would have to listen to this 2 hour and 25-minute interview again and go through it with a fine tooth comb because I need to fact check him because some of the things he says are just so just
do you
interesting.
believe he's seen the divorce papers?
I I think he has seen them. I think he hasn't signed them because with divorce, like the reason why it takes so long is because people go back and forth with what they want to settle, like kids, house, items, possession, assets. Because Kanye did buy her a lot of stocks, So, and also she has ownership in Yeezy. He has ownership in Skims. So it's like, how do you settle that? Like, you gotta like meet in the middle with the numbers and everything like that. So,
I was like wondering from the clip that I saw, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you're just still together?
and the fact that he said that, and the next day, Page Six sees him at a basketball game with a 22-year-old model. Like, seriously, Kanye, like, Kanye says a lot of things that are very nice to hear, but then he does something else, and it's just like, really?
Yeah, they don't match. It reminds me of a quote that says like during a breakup, the woman feels it first and the man feels it later. I feel like it just finally caught up to him, especially with the whole Pete Davidson thing. He was like, "Oh, hell no, that's still my wife."
Yeah, Kanye is really interesting, and he think his confidence though, it's almost inspiring because like he loves himself so much and believes himself so much. He's like, I am the greatest designer. I am the greatest rapper. He's like, Nike made a mistake when they they lost me.
Oh,
Uh,
like Kanye loves Kanye.
yes, he really does. He really does. And I feel like people feel all the things they want to do about Kanye and feel like he doesn't even care. He just continues to be himself. So he's entertaining. I will not deny him that. He is. Wait, tell me
Yeah.
why. Have you seen the IG Live, the versus thing? It's like one artist versus another artist.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He's like, who would versus me? He's like, I would like to have multiple people against me at the same time. He's
Oh
like, I want
my
designers
god.
to go against me. He wants other musicians to go against him. Oh.
Spiders. That would just be like versus runway walk. That'd be actually really cool to see. That'd be a dope fashion show. Oh my gosh. He needs to get this in the works.
Amanda, yes, I listened to the interview, and Shayna had just like differences in how we perceive it, and I think that's the most interesting and fascinating thing about Kanye is that like so many people have different opinions of him, and like they're all true. Like you could think he's amazing, he's a genius. You can also think he's unpredictable and volatile, and that he is a good dad, or like he's not a good dad because he's in Wyoming or he's like in Europe prancing around. Like it's it's fascinating.
It's all true.
Yes.
The rumors are all true. Time has flew, but I guess we'll just talk about what I sent you. 'Cause I thought it was just so funny. But there's a petition going around to make sure that James Corden is not in the Wicked movie adaptation. And this is like, it's so funny and so sad for him. Okay, I personally love James Corden. I think he's very talented and he's so entertaining. And I love watching his clips from his show. But people are upset because apparently anything that James Corden touches is a failure. Um, that he was in the Cinderella movie with Camila Cabello, which I'm not good. And he was also in, oh, I forgot what other, oh, Cats. And yeah, that movie not so great. He's been in other movies, but those are the movies that come to mind. And yeah, people are just like, please don't touch Wicked. Leave him out of it. So I forgot how many signatures were there, like 10,000 signatures or something.
Oh my goodness. Yes, when I saw that our girl Ariana Grande was casted as Glinda, on the YouTube comments, someone's like, "Please don't let James Corden get in on this" or something. And I was just laughing. I was like, "That is so random." But then, as you tell us more about his background, and I'm just like, dang, because I really do like his carpool karaoke's. Like, I
Yes.
I'm like, wow, like these talk show hosts can sing. Because I think also Jimmy Fallon can sing too.
Stephen Colbert can also sing.
Wow, see,
Which I know.
like I'm so excited for Ariana to be Glinda because she's always wanted that role. And there's like this interview that I've watched a few times where the interviewer, he just sings a few lines from the Wicked play, and then she just like sings into, she knows all the lyrics, and it was just like so I hope she covers Defying Gravity, but I don't think she will because Cynthia got Elphaba.
Mm-hmm. I know. I'm so excited for the movie. And I mean, Ariana, I mean, we know she's like a pop star powerhouse, but I also believe she could just, if she were even in the Broadway show, I think she would just steal that role like completely. And yeah, I think this is gonna, it's just gonna be a good show. I feel it. I feel it, and I can't wait.
Wasn't she in like Hairspray or Grease or something?
Oh my God! You totally just she was in Hairspray. She played Penny.
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about right.
I think it was in the live action, like it was on like
Like a
live TV.
movie, right?
Not a movie, but television, because they did Grease live with Vanessa Hudgens.
Oh
So it
yes.
was, but it was just on like NBC or something.
Mm,
So yeah, I think she did that type of things. Oh my God, I totally forgot about that.
yeah,
Yeah, I think Anna, we know she can act. She was on television, so I mean, these kind of shows, musical shows, are just perfect for her.
I know. I actually do like it better when she does like Broadway or musical plays because she enunciates and she sings clearly and we know what words are coming out of her mouth. So this is very exciting. I'm actually very excited to tell my music teacher this because she's like into Wicked and she knows about Ariana's skills and stuff. So we're very excited for that. Did you watch Eternals yet?
I did. I enjoyed. Wait, did you watch it?
I have not.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I personally like Shang-Chi more, but everyone else told me that, or not everyone else. Okay, who did I talk to? My brothers told me that they enjoyed the Eternals more than Shang-Chi, but Eternals was good, but Shang-Chi made me laugh, cry, like fall in love, fall out of love. I don't know, just all the emotions. So I tell, like, I mean, for me, how I judge a movie is if I have like a spectrum of emotions watching a movie, that is a good movie to me. Eternals, it was good, and that was all. So yeah.
I agree. I a really good a 10 out of 10 movie for me is a movie that makes me think, have like emotional moments. It doesn't have to be sad, but just gets you like hits you in the heart and also
Mm-hmm.
funny moments and also just like a good plot line. Like I feel like there's all these points and if it hits all the points, like it gives you all the feels. That's a 10 out of 10. That's why Shang-Chi was 10 out of 10 for me. And any 10 out of 10 movie there is, I always would like I'm up to rewatch them.
Yeah. So did you hear the spoiler for what happened at the end of the Eternals?
No, I just heard that Marvel had like their first sex scene, which I'm so shocked.
I think people are a little dramatic about that just because it was literally like 10 seconds.
I was like, I don't
And
watch that many Marvel movies, so I wasn't sure if that was that the first one.
so it's very dramatic how everyone's pointing that out. I didn't think that was a big deal. It might as well just been like a regular kissing scene. Anyways, so spoiler alert. Wait, actually, do you want to know?
Yeah, I'm fine with knowing it.
Okay. So at the end, Harry Styles appears.
Oh my god.
And
Is he
it's
an
very
eternal?
sad. Yeah, yes. He is an Eternal, and apparently now he's part of the Marvel universe. And you know what? Four people that Taylor Swift has dated are now Marvel universe related. So anything Taylor touches is it turns to Marvel.
Wait, so who? So Tom Hiddleston, because he's like an Avenger or something.
Yeah, and Jake
Hairstyles.
Gyllenhaal,
Oh yeah, I forgot Jake Gyllenhaal was Spider-Man, right?
he was in the Spider-Man movie, but he was like another character.
Oh, okay.
And then this other guy, I forgot who the fourth one is, but he's gonna be in an upcoming Marvel movie. So
But who is it? Who does she date? That's
um, I would have to look it up. Hold on.
okay. Why did I think Jake Gyllenhaal was Spider-Man? But I can
I
totally see him
I'm
in the
surprised
suit.
you didn't see Chalamet.
Oh my god. Timothy Chalamet is the one with like the more structured face. with the
Yeah.
cheekbones, and then Tom Holland is Spider-Man.
With a Taylor Swift date from Marvel. Mm.
Well, Red is supposed to be about Jake Gyllenhaal. Like All Too Well is about Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, it's that guy that was in like a Miley Cyrus. Is that Lucas?
Oh my god.
This is like her like
Is
when she
that
was still.
Miles Austin or something? What's his name?
It was like her very country days. I want to say his name is Lucas Till. Is it not Lucas Till? Oh God, a
It does
blonde
look like,
boy.
yeah. Oh, he was just the prince in her music video, right?
Oh yes, he was in a music video.
Right? In Love Story, I think.
Is it a love story?
He was in
Maybe.
Hannah Montana, the movie.
Maybe they put that on their resume when they're trying to get these roles.
No, it's true. Okay, not that, but I remember Taylor Lautner did like a skit. I don't know if it was for YouTube or Instagram, and his line was like, "I have Taylor Swift's phone number." I feel like out of all her boyfriends, she just ends up becoming like the superstar after the relationship ends. But hairstyles is pretty big. He is pretty big. So
And
he's an eternal. Does that mean they have a superpower? Of course, right?
that's the thing. He came out like literally in like the It's like one of those. I don't know if you know this, but Marvel like they have the end credits and then they have a preview for the like. I like they have like a sneak preview clip for like
Mm.
an upcoming movie, and we got Harry Styles,
Oh my
so
god.
he's
He's
gonna
an
have a role in it.
actor.
He's an actor. I mean, he's been in other stuff too, like that war movie. That's all
Oh yeah.
that comes. Okay, we've already been talking for 40 minutes. That went so quick.
Okay. Enough. That's enough.
That's how we just end it. Enough.
Okay, thanks everyone.
Thank you for listening.
Bye.